This is a small clip from one of my main videos. If you like it, then please check out the original video. Okay, bye, love you. And the last game of the pack, Fibbage XL. Fibbage XL is a slightly upgraded version of the already existing Fibbage, a game released for the Xbox One and PlayStation 3 and 4. The XL version here is also available as a standalone title on Steam, and is essentially the same game with some added content. Fibbage is a lot like Drawful from earlier, but instead of drawings, it's trivia. The game presents you with an obscure trivia fact, but with a key detail missing. It's up to the players to fill in the blank, trying to come up with a fake answer that'll trick as many people as possible into thinking it's the correct answer. Everyone's lies are shown on the screen alongside the real answer. Your goal is to identify which answer is real, while also tricking your friends into believing and choosing your fake answer. And that's all there is to it. It's a very simple and straightforward game, and honestly, I like it a lot. As I keep saying, I do not like trivia, but the Fibbage series is a great example of Jackbox games that can make trivia fun for people like me. The twist of having players creatively try to trick their friends with believable fake answers is super fun in my opinion. It makes it feel way less like a straight trivia game like the others in this pack. If anything, the actual trivia aspect takes the backseat in this game. You're never actually supposed to know the answers to these questions. They were intentionally chosen to be obscure and ridiculous. Unlike You Don't Know Jack and Licewater, which ask you questions that you and your friends may or may not know the answers to. With Fibbage though, the fact that no one knows the answers to these questions is the whole point of the game. That's why the whole make up a lie that sounds reasonable thing works so well here. It's just boring to play a regular ass trivia game when no one knows any of the answers. This game knows that, takes full advantage of it, and makes a fun time out of it. Hell, even with trivia being the secondary focus of this game, I found that the group I played this with was way more intrigued by the facts presented here than the other trivia games. I mean, when you purposely avoid picking a certain answer to a question because it just seems too absurd not to be a lie from another player, only for it to turn out to be the actual real answer to the question, it can definitely make for a ton of "wait, really?" moments. This actually got us to look up some events online to learn more a few times. Like I said, this game is very comparable to Drawful, since they both essentially follow the same formula. And honestly, while I generally prefer the drawing games over the trivia games, I think I like how this concept works in Fibbage more. When you get a prompt with a blank in it, you can really put anything you want in there. You can get super creative with your lies. Even if it seems too outlandish to be realistic, that's fine, that's the point. And it could still totally fool the other players simply because it seems too random to be a lie. In Drawful, however, despite being a game about art, there isn't nearly as much room for creativity when it comes to submitting fake answers for each art piece. I mean, the drawing was already deliberately created with the goal of illustrating one specific idea as clearly as possible, so when it becomes time to think of a fake prompt that could fit its description, you can't really do much aside from just interpreting what the drawing looks like to you. As a result, it's usually not as satisfying to fool other players with your fake answer, because honestly, more often than not, the fake answer I submitted is just what I thought the drawing was. The lies you can come up with can be super restricted and directed by what you see in the image rather than your imagination. This results in a lot of rounds containing a bunch of answers that are just different variations of the same idea, since they were all based on the same image. Likewise, you're never really going to be blindsided by the real answer in Drawful like you can be in Fibbage. Fibbage is all about real events and real facts, so when an answer turns out to be insane, it's actually surprising because, wait, this ridiculous thing actually happened? Whereas when the real answer gets revealed in Drawful, it's just like, oh yeah, I can see that. That is what the drawing is. But again, don't take all of this as a slight on Drawful. It's still good fun, and that's just a small issue that can definitely be worked around with the right group. I just wanted to explain why this game concept works better in Fibbage in my opinion. And yeah, Fibbage XL. Despite being a trivia-based game, by god they made it fun for trivia haters. Easily my favorite game in this pack, and that goes for a lot of other people too apparently, as this is currently the most sequelified Jackbox Party Pack game out there. I mean, it's not my personal all-time favorite or anything, but the sequels are deserved in my opinion. Very solid game.